Hello, Barry here, Barry Feldman of Feldman Creative, and I want to tell you something very exciting. If you read my Facebook feed, you already know that The Road to Recognition, a book by Seth Price and myself, is finally done. It's been a long road to the making of The Road to Recognition, and it's being printed now. It's being handled through a publisher called Idea Press, and it's being electronicized now, if you will, such that you can buy it on Kindle and iBooks and all the usual suspects. I've fielded some questions about that because it does indeed have an Amazon page where it can be pre-ordered, and right now it says a hardcover only. But look for versions to come, including all things E, and probably an audio version, and certainly at some point a paperback. And so I want to tell you about something that Seth and I have devised that is going to make it exciting, not just for the authors, but for our fans and our followers and those that read our blogs and listen to our podcast, because we want you to help us launch this book. And boy, have we put together a fun plan for you. I should deflect most of the credit to my co-author Seth here. He travels in circles that involve speakers and authors, and so he's done an insane amount of research about how to do this and accelerate the sharing of the book such that it reaches more people, sells more copies, hopefully helps more people develop their personal brand. So that indeed is what the book is about. It's called The Road to Recognition, and I guess you saw that in the post. And I'm going to cheat here. You'll see my eyes shifting slightly off camera to look at a blog post that I have, as does Seth, very similar blog post to say, join us now. And this is a short window. The book launches April 25th, and the bestseller objective is a narrow window that involves pre-sales and sales the first week. And so we want you to join us on our launch team. And here's why, and some of the benefits I'll cover, and then I'll tell you what's expected of you. And I think you'll enjoy this. We have an application process. We don't mean to be too picky about it, but we're going to be communicating a lot on Facebook and through email with those that are accepted. So those that are accepted are going to be enthusiastic about the idea of reviewing the book and sharing their ideas with us about launching the book, and then getting involved with us on Facebook Live. And we've got some goodies in store. So here are those goodies. Here's the benefits of becoming a launch member team. First of all, you don't have to buy the book. The book's going to cost $25 in print, and I'm not sure we've actually decided on the electronic price, but probably $10 or $15. And so immediately you'll save some dollars because we're going to give you the book, and I'll give you that book, I believe, as a PDF. That's ready now, so that'll soon be available to those that are on the team, and perhaps we can do better than that with Kindle versions. So yeah, if you want it in hard copy, probably still ask you to buy that. But yeah, before the book is released to the public, it will be shown to you. Perhaps for obvious reasons, we want you to read it and share it and review it. We're going to continue. We've already started this, interviewing people that we deem to be personal branding rock stars, people whose names you know because of the things they've done to develop their personal brand. And so that includes a lot of marketing leaders, and Seth works a lot with realtors, and so it might involve some of them. And so far we've interviewed, I think, 2 going on 3, and so we're going to make a special video series, and for a good portion of time, maybe forever, this is an exclusive offer strictly to people that are with us on this team. And so, for instance, Jeff Bullis, who many of you know from social media and blogging, has already interviewed with us and given us his insights. And so, you know, take that one seriously. That's going to be a cool deal. It's kind of like a virtual summit that you get for free. We are going to have weekly Facebook sessions, I guess, beginning soon. Seth and I on the line with you on video, talking about book launching, talking about personal branding, answering your questions, exchanging ideas. It should be fun. There's a Facebook group called, what's it called? The Road to Recognition Room. So we'll see you there. Then you are going to have exclusive access to the authors for a behind-the-scenes look at how we launched the book, and perhaps of books in your future. It's certainly a strong way to develop a personal brand. And so, we learned and are learning on the fly, and we are going to share with you everything you want to know about how it's done, how we're doing it, how people that we know have successfully launched books. And so, if indeed a book is in your future and you feel like you want to save some time and learn from those that have blazed that trail before you, that's one of the great benefits. So in continuing that, our launch playbook is what we've called it. The playbook, is a series of strategies. There you're going to get email if you sign up for our email list. All this is an effort to create some buzz around the book, and those are being worked on daily. In some cases they've already been sent, and there's more in the queue, and so that could be a benefit to you too. If you're releasing a book yourself, you can kind of pilfer from that and call those templates and apply them. And then we have 3 bonus ebooks, and those will not be available to the general public. Those are for fans of the book and launch team members, and those are getting started guides. And so while they're called Getting Started Guides, they're very thorough. So I think if you have not yet started with the topics they cover, you're in good luck. They cover things we cover in the book, of course, but they're even more extensive. Each chapter in the book, as you may know, the subtitle says it's the A to Z Guide to Personal Branding. And so each chapter in the book is roughly 4 to 10 pages, and so it's not a surface level review of the ideas. It's a relatively deep dive with all kinds of action items. But the ebooks are even more robust. So let me see here. I'm going from memory. We have an ebook for you about getting started with blogging. We have an ebook for you about getting started with podcasting. Seth's been doing it for years. He's quite good at it. If you know or maybe don't know, that he's the man behind the craft of marketing. I'm the co-host of Content Matters with my friend Andy Crestadina, and so we'll share with you in that what we know about podcasting. And then finally we have a primer and getting started guide for social media. And so those 3 ebooks are yours free. A digital copy of my first book. All right, I wrote SEO Simplified for Short Attention Spans. It's a 100-page book in print, and it's available as a Kindle book. And rather than hit you up for the price that you would otherwise pay on Amazon, which I think is $3 big, probably should raise that price, because that book, a lot of people have got a lot of useful tips out of it, especially those that are new to or scared of SEO. And you can have that for free if you become a launch member. And then the opportunity just to network with like-minded people that are speakers, people that are building their personal brands, people that are trying to get into blogging and podcasting and offering downloadable assets, what we often call lead magnets, people that are concerned with email programs and design and all the things that the letters stand for. I'm going to point you to some pages that give you a very good look inside of what the book contains. And we made an infographic to show you little teasers about every chapter. So there'll be no mystery about that. And then when we network together, we'll talk about all those issues and answer your questions. And so, that's a lot of giving. Obviously, we made a book to sell the book, so we're giving you that and all this stuff, and we want you to give something back in return. And this is what those things will be. This is not going to be like, quit your job and help us launch a book, but we are going to ask for you to give us an hour of your time for a short period of time, for a month, because a week or so after the book's launched, the launch team has fulfilled its obligations. And so here are your obligations. You're going to read the book, or speed read the book, skim the book. I suppose the more you dig into it, the more you'll get out of it. But there is a time limit here, and so read the book or the parts of the book that you want to, and then review the book. It's insanely valuable on online booksellers or via online booksellers to have the book have a relatively large amount of reviews. Hopefully you'll like the book and give us a good review, but there's no pressure to give us any particular rating. Just read the book and review it. That's something that we are asking for and hoping for and expect you to do as a member of this launch team. You'll participate, as I said, in our Facebook groups, and so we're going to give you lots of stuff to share socially. There's no checklist there, but we'll ask you to share some little, I guess we call them social cards, and we've done a good job of making those beautiful. And so you can fill up your Twitter streams and LinkedIn streams and Facebook pages and what have you with these images. They'll do you well on Pinterest and Instagram if you're using those networks, because they are so visual, and we did some work to make what we were going to give you very visual. And I should mention that the book itself is insanely visual. It's a color book with perhaps a little more eye candy than just about any nonfiction book you've ever seen. That certainly was the goal. We want this book to be beautiful, and it is! All right, let's see. Requirements. Participation in our Facebook group. I think that's not a requirement. That's kind of a gift. You'll want to do that. We're gonna have a fun time talking about personal branding strategies and book launches. And then we are gonna ask for your ideas. That's why we make a team, right? It's not one to many, or in this case with co-authors, two to many. It is an interaction and a conversation. And so I don't know how to put URLs on videos, so look down there to the part of Facebook where comments go, and I will shortly after hitting stop recording here show you the page on my website where you can see all the things I just talked about, and click to go through our application. And I want you to do that immediately, or at least today, because we're going to pull the plug on this offer the 19th, which is coming fast. I think it's this weekend, and then next week we'll have gotten back to you with whether you're in or not. We do want to know, since that's not a lengthy process applying, but we do want to know that you are indeed keen on social media and blogging, such that you can help us out and spread the word. So yeah, I'll be looking closely at this post for some time, and hoping that any questions or concerns you have, go there and begin a cool discussion about the book. So I thank you. My friend and co-author Seth Price thanks you, and we'll see you soon in the Road to Recognition room.